Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. How are you guys? We're just getting this one in before the rankings are out, so we'll review the side and then I'll add the last few minutes with the updated rank. But don't feel good about it at all. I just feel like it's so frustrating at the moment. I don't know if I'm being slightly pessimistic. It's always hard to tell when it's best 18. You know, how many do get cancelled out in comparison to other teams and what really costs you and what doesn't. But, yeah, look, it's frustrating. You know, like Lindsay goes down. That's looking like it might not be as bad as first thought. And, you know, Hewitt cops a sub. And you just say, you know, Callahan has a down one. And then LDU's just, you know, I was really feeling good about him as a pod. And North Melbourne are improving, but his numbers are so poor. Like, he's been okay the other week, but watching the game, like, he was good around the clearance, but his kicking's awful. And some people will tell me, Shorty, we told you this, but I was anticipating a poor return from him might be around 100, not where he's at right now. But look, I'll share something funny with you. I'll just grab my phone, because we got to lighten the mood up sometimes, guys, because it could be a rough review coming up. But I've been buying or looking to buy a pool table. So I've cleared out the garage. I used to have a gym in my garage, like little home gym set up. About a year or so ago, joined Anytime Fitness and was like, gee, really enjoying just getting to a gym, a bit more social, way more options with the machines and stuff like that. So I thought the garage is just kind of sitting there, you know, bit empty, could probably clear it out, actually make something of it. And I thought, let's put a few frames up, which I've done. Let's chuck a pool table in there. So I've been searching around the old marketplace, and you come across all types on marketplace. And this was one of the more bizarre responses I've had. And look, this one's still in progress. We still might buy this pool table. But anyway, I messaged this person about the pool table, just asking about the availability, in essence, they sort of gave me the address. I was like, look, I just want to check it out. I don't want to, you know, lock myself into anything, but happy to come have a look. Anyway, the day got away. By the time they replied with their address, it was a bit late. So I was like, oh, look, how about we do it during the week? They were like, yep, sure. Sort of, meanwhile, you can make a small down payment so they can hold, because it's in high demand. $100 payment, a little down payment. Now, I'm sort of thinking, like, sounds a little scammy, but, like, from what I can tell, like, the rest of our chat was very genuine and gave me the address. So I kind of feel like unlikely to scam me after you've given me what appears to be your actual address. But I was like, look, kind of understand. Maybe you think I'm a serious buyer and, you know, get a down payment. You want to get rid of this thing. You want to, you know, help me out maybe because you got a lot of offers. I was like, look, I won't chuck anything down yet. Would be keen to check it out first, but don't want to commit to anything before I do. Thanks, though. How's Wednesday suit around 5 o'clock if it's still available by then? And this response was bizarre. So this is it word for word. I am a staunch Christian believer that was, and I can't scam people of their hard-earned money. God forbids such people. I do understand how painful it is. The deposit is just meant for holding, then full payment on pickup. God forbid you steal my money. And I was just like, nah, I do appreciate it, but can't guarantee I'll be picking it up. Would rather check it out first and make a call. Thanks, though. And they respond, okay. I was driving along, and then I parked, and I just, like, looked at my phone. I was like, I just read, I'm a staunch Christian believer. I'm like, hang on a minute, is this marketplace? What's going on? 4 messages in, and we're getting deep on our beliefs. Hence, I shall not scam you. But look, hopefully it's a nice pool table, and I check it out Wednesday, and we're rolling. But bizarre interaction. Oh, yeah, let me know if you've had a marketplace howler or just strange thing go on. Please let me know. But look, so we scored 1943. I wonder how you can often get a bit of an idea compared to others, how you went. So, okay, across, maybe it's not too bad because we've actually had a few good league wins. I reckon, and I didn't check his score, but I reckon Tristan Cherry would have been many people's captains. And I got the sense he didn't score as well. Certainly, I'm not always... Yeah, 89. So that may have hurt a few people. But look, we'll just wait and see what it does appear on the ranks. I certainly hope we've got to start moving up from 50,000th rank. Jeez, it's a marathon though. It's a marathon. Keep telling myself that. But look, Sheezel again. He's finding a bit of the footy, but I just feel like his damage isn't there. He just doesn't... He actually looks... I don't know. He just looks a bit slower than the pace of the game at the moment. He's sort of in cruise control, but not really breaking away or damaging. I don't know. He's playing nice games, but I don't know. We need more from him, clearly. Look, I'm not going to trade him. I know a lot of people are trading, but I'm keeping him and Horn Francis, unless it's an absolute disaster show, which Horn Francis pretty much has been. But let's just remember that trades are still valuable, even though we have so many of them. But Holmes was really good in what was a tough watch as a Cats fan. We used the VC loophole not only to get De Koning's score, but then Trainer rolls in with a 90, which was fantastic. We love that. Fraser, it's a frustrating one, isn't it, when you bring a bloke in and you've seen him going a couple of tons. And I was so close to going Jake Bowie. I was so close, but I thought, no, look, the safer call's just to go Fraser. Everyone's got him. Even if it doesn't go great, you know, you go down with everyone else. And I was mindful that Fraser's tons have almost come off the back of really big moments and big quarters, like a 40 and a 50-point quarter to sort of save him in amongst an okay game. But yeah, it didn't quite happen for him. I'm almost thinking Fraser to Tom Stewart in a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks when Stewart really bottoms out. Connor O'Sullivan, Zach Reid, though, they really played well. 2 weeks in a row now for O'Sullivan, and it was nice to see Reid back. Not just scoring, but nice to see him look actually reasonable in defence. And hopefully he can just hold his spot now, because there was a genuine chance he was going to get dropped. Also, yeah, went for the haircut over the weekend, and I don't know if you guys can see. It's hard to get close, but gee, bro's gone pretty sharp on the fade. I said, yeah, just give me a little fade, tidy it up on top, mate, get rid of a bit of the bulk. They normally ask you, like, with the fade, do you want it sort of a 2 into a 1, or how short are we going, mate? He just gunned it, and I was like, all right, bro, I'm trusting you, man, whatever. He went pretty short, but that's okay. Be interesting to see the reception I get at school. I know last time I thought it was an okay haircut. The students shredded me. Now this one's a pretty severe one. What am I going to cop? And I should say too, with my trades, I actually made a mistake. So I was originally going to go Perryman to Fraser, which I obviously did. And then I was going to go Sanders to Henderson and Flynn to Cherry. Now I've ended up, on the Thursday night, I was like, yep, that'll work. I've just got to put Sanders into the middle for Kako, and then we'll make that Sanders to Henderson trade. Flynn was named on an extended bench, and I don't know, sometimes I just like to make my trades once I've seen everything's finalised, everything's locked in. I don't know, old habits, but anyway, I haven't switched Kako and Sanders. I just wasn't thinking of it. I was like, oh, yep, Sanders to Henderson, cool, use some dual position action, no worries. But then it's quarter time, I'm like, Kako, God, he's playing tonight. I had a mate over, I wasn't 100% switched on, and I was like, oh, God. So in the end, I thought, well, you still got to get Cherry. You got to do the Fraser thing. And then I can't trade Sanders out. And he actually played okay for an 88. In the end, it had to be Will Day. And I tell you what, at halftime when Day was on like 75 or 80, I was ready to belt someone. I was fuming. I was like, of course he goes nuts after I trade him out. And I ended up bringing in Ryan Marrick, which was kind of random, but I feel like he actually played well. Watching the game, he found a lot of it and seems to be taking quite a few kick-ins. Give me a ton. Baby, let's go. That's a good pick. That's what we're after, Shorty. Let's go, baby. That's what we wanted. Oh, I could have scrolled down, but I just wanted that little bit of excitement. There you are. So that's nice. That's nice. Come on, give Shorty some love. We've finally got a bit of a point of difference pick. So I liked him through preseason. I liked his role, and I saw last week that he'd taken kickouts and actually had 26 touches. And I thought, are we sleeping on a decent cash cow here? So look, I hope the role stays the same because he was very good for West Coast today. Luke Davies-Uniacke, it just kills my brain to even look at that score. I mean, I'm not saying, like, I'm happy to have patience with you, Luke, but you can't be giving me 63s, mate. I wonder, when was the last time he had a score that low? So we had a 67. Well, he hates round 3, doesn't he? He hates round 3. Look, he is a hot and cold player, and when he gets hot, boy, does he go hot. So a 59 in round 8. In 2023. So, look, I'm going to ride him. I'm going to keep the faith in him. But, man, it was testing watching it. It really was. Oliver, 80, was probably one of their better players. Didn't necessarily translate to scoring, but the stat sheet looked okay. Melbourne are struggling. They are struggling, no doubt about that. And Finn Callahan, looks like he, from what I read, I was obviously watching the Cats and Brisbane game. From what I could read, McGuinness seemed to tag him. Please confirm that one in the comments. It was great to see Will Ashcroft go well too, because I heard a few people after round 1 being like, oh, do we drop him? I'm like, nah, just sometimes we got to believe in something and hold the faith. And held the faith in Ashcroft. He delivered. And I'm holding the faith in Sheezel, Davies-Uniacke, and Horne-Francis. And I hope over the next 2 or 3 weeks they can reward that faith and we can upgrade around them. O'Driscoll is flying. Wow, he's going so well. That's crazy. Levi Ashcroft's actually kind of thought he played better than a 36. Anyway, maybe I wasn't concentrating enough. But yeah, the sub just kills you, like to see Nevitt cop it, Hewitt cop it. Obviously, Lindsay gets injured. Hopefully, that's nothing too bad, not just for SuperCoach, but for his career and no ACL, hopefully. But yeah, it's frustrating these early rounds when you're like, yep, could be a good cash cow here. Bang, they cop a sub. And you're like, all right, not only are they now seemingly on the verge of being dropped, but their cash gen has been shot in the foot. So that's all sorts of fun. Yeah, anyway, I didn't love Mitch Nevitt, but I felt he had to come in with what he was doing. And then, old mate Hugo Garcia, I'll tell you what, Myra, I don't know what he ended up scoring, but when he had 10 touches about 3 minutes into the second, I was like, Hugo, you tested my patience, my friend. You tested me out. And he scores 99. Wow. Didn't we all just know that was possible? But just, oh, God. I suppose Jack Steele was out, so maybe he got more mid-time, but it just frustrates us sometimes. Don't we just love this game? Tristan Cherry we spoke about. De Koning was a nice little VC. Tell you what's happened to Tim English? He just doesn't impact or find the footy like he used to. He just gets beaten up on, but it was good for TDK. And then Horne-Francis. Rankin is flying. McRae's doing what he's doing very nicely. Bailey Smith, actually thought he played well. Had a couple of stinker moments. Gave away a free kick late. Then got caught holding the ball after dropping a mark. I feel like he just spilled a 110 score in a couple of poor moments, but he'll be fine. He's a must inclusion. He'll be on the bubble. He's a must inclusion in my opinion. Sanders and Daniel. Daniel's just waltzing around doing whatever he wants. And look at Davidson go. I need to get him onto the field. Like, I think I'll be rolling Sanders with Kako and then getting Davidson onto the field. So that's something to celebrate because that'll give us some much needed cash gen. And Lawler, it ain't happening. It's not happening. I was caught in no man's land here. I really didn't want him contributing to my scoring, but I thought, if Sardis was playing, I would have had Sardis and Nevitt. In the end, it was I got to look at Lawler being named, and I just wasn't sure with Nevitt as a Cats fan. He finished outside the centre square against St Kilda in the later stages, and it just had me worried. But look, that's how we're looking overall. It seems an improved week. I don't think we'll be updated yet. Seems improved. I will take it. There's a little bit to like. There's a little bit to pull your hair out as well. But I'm sticking with these underperforming premiums. We'll celebrate a few of these good rookie scorers that are happening, and we'll ride the bumps with those that aren't performing. But Cleary will go for Bice, so that'll free up some coin. Joel Hambling's looking all right. I haven't really assessed any of this week's scorers and how that impacts onto who we need to get in, but What did Caleb Sarong score? Because he was slightly slow start to the year, but it did look like he was finding a fair bit of it, and he loves a derby. Yeah, okay, so found a lot of it, but yeah, not quite killing it on the scoreboard. Nick Dacos, probably, he's done with his bye now. Probably cops a James Jordan tag. Is that this week? Next week? Is that might be in Gather Round? Can't remember, but I reckon I want to get Nick Dacos in soon. Tom Stewart, like I mentioned. Lockie Neal, I reckon's a guy that we can start looking at to bring in. Obviously, we need 3 or 4 weeks of good cash gen from a few of these guys, but yeah, it's food for thought. Sam Flanders will be on the drop a little bit. Hopefully, finds his form. Sluggish start, we'll take it. Hopefully, we can snap him up. So yeah, there's a bit to think about. We just need to land these rookies and keep the cash gen flowing, and hopefully a few of these guys can string good games together to make that cash and make these upgrades soon. But I'll be back very shortly. I'll wait for this to update on the rankings, and then we'll finish this one off. Cheers. Okay, we are uploaded. I saw it was uploaded, but resisted looking at the actual ranking change. So you'd hope you're going up a bit. You'd want to at this point. 1943. Nice. We go up the rank 18,000 spots. We will absolutely take that. We will absolutely take that. Bit of a rough loss in one of the draft leagues, but my main mate's draft league got the dub there, so that's also nice. Shout out to the couple of lads that said g'day to me in Anglesea as well. Got to give them a little shout out. Oh, and the lad at the Sporting Globe too. So appreciate when you guys say g'day. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. We really covered the team off before. We'll have a bit of a look at some break-evens and different discussion throughout the week. But yeah, as always, I'll be live on Wednesday night. So you can catch me there. We'll take some questions. We'll do the quiz. And yeah, hopefully keep the rank moving in the right direction. Come on, LDU. Get with it, Sheezel. Horn Francis, we need you, mate. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.